taxidermy work this evening. Thought may as well go live. See if I can. Y'all give me just a minute. Let me get this. Uh, get my camera set up. Get my phone set up. Y'all give me just a second. Let me fix this thing right here. Maybe that'll work. Hadn't went live. What's going on, Andre? Hadn't went live a few days since a few months ago until last night. But we did go live last night. What's going on, Ken Yates? See, using a different tripod tonight. Might take me a second to get this set up. Y'all excuse the phone. Camera going crazy a minute. My little bracket come loose here. Gonna be mounting Danielle's deer this evening. There we go. Now I got it. I like to have it where I can move it up and down. What's going on, Benjamin? Do a little taxidermy work this evening. A look. I got a little signal. I don't know how it's gonna work. Our lives has cut off on us during the stream before in this location. So hopefully it don't. We'll see what happens. Show y'all Danielle's deer. It's one of her bucks that she got, muzzle loader, and yeah, I'm way behind on my taxidermy work. This was 2023, 2 years ago. That's her muzzleloader buck. There's some video of this deer, us recovering it and all that. He's pretty cool. He don't have a lot of mass, but he's super wide. He's got these like bladed fronts that curl up on the front right here. They're kind of wide. They're bladed, like kind of weird looking. You can see how they're bladed. Both sides are like that. Y'all can see that right there. But he's a cool buck. I've got the cape already in the condition to get ready to go on the mannequin. So be a little slow go, but if y'all want to follow along, y'all can. May get to zoom in here in a little bit. She's actually hunting this afternoon. She went and got in a deer stand. She hunts harder than I do. She makes me work. But I will show y'all what's going on. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if the sound's okay. Camera angle. Y'all let me know what y'all need me to do on all that. Now this hide it's a dry preserve method. It has the method on, the dry preserve on it already. It's washed, clean, fleshed out. It also has the ears are ready to go. I do the Bondo ears. These are filled with Bondo, so you can't bend them or anything. They're intact. All that I'll show y'all real quick. You can actually see some of the Bondo that I didn't peel off right here, just around in there. But this one's got all the holes patched. Had a bullet hole in the side. Went live last night. Some of y'all was on the live last night. Caught a nice mess of fish. Had some fish for supper, catfish. But this is a little weird or different. Me mounting over here on this side of the room, but I get a better phone signal from here. I normally mount the deer closer to the table over there, so y'all bear with me. I'll be running back and forth over there, grabbing supplies and stuff like that. But I'll kind of talk my way through it, show y'all what I do. Right now, I just got this ALS, I think is how you spell those. I use this instead of pulling on that hide to keep from pulling the hair out. Don't want the hair to slip. So you just take this and work that hide in on that mannequin. Like that. Y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you would, the like button. We had like 89 concurrent people last night when we shut the live off. We had like 82, so a lot more. Hey, we had 600 something views and 82. Y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button even if you don't like it. It helps us out. But I hope y'all like it anyways. This is just our lives is just gonna be like what we're doing at the time. But I don't know. Some people will find mountain deer head interesting. I'll try to move it a little bit closer where y'all can see what's going on. Maybe every once in a while I'll try to give y'all a close up. Hopefully y'all can see that okay. Try to get a little bit better angle. I'm not like an expert on these lives, but I can zoom in and stuff like that sometimes. Give y'all a little bit better look. Y'all can see the detail in the mannequin and stuff though. It's pretty cool. You see the muscle tone and stuff in here in the neck. Try to really pop that out and bring that muscle tone out in the mount. Missing my hammer somewhere. Gotta find my hammer. I know Danielle's gotta be watching. Where's my hammer, Danielle? Y'all have my hammer? Dylan must have got it. Somebody got it. It wasn't me. About right. Alright, well I'll go find it here in a little bit. I think I seen one in the house. Here's her eyes right here. That's how they come. Come in a little package. Fixing to mix some Bondo and set the horns is actually what I'm fixing to do. I wonder what, let's see if I can put this box right here. Maybe give y'all a little angle of what I'm fixing to do here. So I just got cardboard. Got some Bondo. Put a little bit on this cardboard. Just enough for a skull, for the skull cap to sit on. Be using 3 drywall screws is what I'll use to set these horns. I had to check those. I'm not gonna be able to. Y'all can comment. Got any questions or anything? I'll stop every once in a while and go back through them, but I'm not gonna be able to really pay attention to what I'm doing. And I mean, I'll try to watch your comments best I can. Y'all got any questions about what's going on with the videos, what we got coming up, any of that? Y'all let me know. I want this Bondo to harden fairly quick, not super quick, but fairly quick, because I don't want to sit here all day and hold those antlers up there. I know a lot of people just now getting off work, but I don't know, maybe they'll join here in a little bit. Got 20 something people on right now, 26 people. We try to be more regular about, now that we're slowing down on our deer hunting and stuff, try to be a little more regular about our lives, get y'all some lives going. I want that Bondo fairly reddish. Like I said, I want to mix it kind of hot. Make it dry a little faster. Got these tongue depressors. Use those for a lot of stuff in the shop here. Out my way. Get this mixed up good. Y'all thought Bondo was just used for body work. Use Bondo for a lot of stuff. Some taxidermists actually use Bondo for hide paste. I'm not quite that bold. I don't like to rush my work, so I don't want to rush that. Bondo sometimes can harden pretty fast, and I wouldn't want to rush trying to get that thing put together before that Bondo hardened. You can put less hardener in it, but it's still, I don't know. I just ain't never felt comfortable trying that. Got over 30 people, 33 people on here now. Uh-oh. Let me get back up here where y'all can see what's going on now. So, we'll put this, there's a depression up here in the head. Lean it forward, y'all can see that. See that right there? Put that Bondo, kind of cover that depression, and there's actually a piece of plywood made into this mannequin, and that allows you to run the screws down in there. So probably mixed up a little too much Bondo, got a little carried away there, but it'll be all right. So once I mix that Bondo up, I'm pretty much going to wait till it gets pretty tacky, and about the time it gets to where it's almost hard, I'll press this down on there as I can, shape it up a little bit, and then Danielle's texting me. What's she texting me? Everybody says it's all good in Indiana. Ken said that. Is that Rena? Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name. Benjamin says sounds good. Alright, well, up to 38 people. Y'all hit that, don't forget to hit that like button. We got 13 likes. That helps get the live out there a little bit better. Alright, it's starting to get tacky, so I'll just press those antlers down on there. Make sure I've got them centered up on the deer head as good as possible. And then let our Bondo harden, which is pretty much because I mixed it hot, it hardened already, which is fine. But since it's in that condition, or while it's kind of a little soft, I'm able to press down any knots or any of that. But y'all can see it's already hard. Yeah. So the antlers are set. Good. I'll go ahead and get my screws, fasten it down. Are we still there? Still showing live. Comment stop. Maybe everybody just quit commenting. I didn't lose y'all, did I? Got 39 people, so I don't think so. I don't know. I worry about this connection out here, out in my shop. I don't have the best reception out here. Better than it used to be. And we got fiber now and all that. I need to get me a booster and put out here. $33. Ken says still here and watching. Appreciate it, Ken. Alright. So, got my drywall screws. Still going in Louisiana. Donald. Appreciate that, Donald. I don't know. Weather's good outside, so maybe it won't mess with us tonight. We've had several lives out here we had no problem. Then we've had some, and all of a sudden everything goes south on us. So I've just got 3 holes drilled in the skull plate. Let's zoom back out a little bit. Three holes in the skull plate, and I just take 3-inch drywall screws. That'll go all the way through the skull plate, the Bondo, and into the plywood. Y'all can hear that drill kind of bind up right there when it hit that plywood. Deer seasoning. What am I doing? Drop my bit. Danielle's hunting and I'm out here mounting deer. Trying to catch up on work. Hunt dog. What deer is that? Ethan. Ethan in the house. Y'all in South. I don't know if he went with us on this one or not. This is Danielle's muzzleloader kill. No, Oakley went on this. So you may have went with us. This was Danielle's muzzleloader buck from 2023, 2 years ago, Ethan. That's that wide 8 that she got. Yes, it wasn't last year, Ethan. It was 2 years ago. I think I'm saying that right. Kevin from Vancouver, Washington. Appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you for joining us. Y'all hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. Got 23 likes, 43 people on here. Yeah, so the Bondo's on. I've already got the I've got the clay mixed up. That is Hooper's Hunting. Snowing in New Brunswick, Canada. Man, that's. I'd much rather be in the snow. I know that is some nice weather. Yeah, I thought you went. Yeah, because you took pictures, Ethan. Yeah, Oakley found it, but you took the pictures. He didn't run far. He kind of went straight down the lane, and and just hooked out. Yeah, I've been behind on the taxidermy stuff, so I'm trying to catch up a little bit on all of that. I'll move it down a little bit, let y'all get a look. Pretty nice buck. Can't remember, he was 16.5, 17 inches wide, maybe 17.5, something like that. I don't even remember. 16.5. He looks wider, but it's because the points turn out. If you notice, the points turn out, so the inside of the beams weren't that wide, or they're further in, the points turn out. It's a pretty cool looking buck though. South Arkansas. Yeah, old Oakley, she's wild. She's hit and miss. She just needs tuning up. We got 45 people on here now. We got our eyes. Y'all can see they've got like indentions on the inside. So we've got our clay. This is it's a mixture, comes from a taxidermy supply place. It's just dry potter's clay, and then I use ear base and I mix it half and half, and that's what I use for all my clay. It's a little wet, so y'all give me just a second. I'm fixing to mix a little bit more clay in it. That thickens it up just a little bit. I want it a little bit thicker so it's easier to work. I don't like it real soupy or real wet, too wet. You want to be able to work it a little bit. Alright, that's ready. I know Ethan's been tracking deer all day. Yeah, Ethan said recognize those blades. When are we going to get with that Louisiana Life and Redline like a group weekend? I don't know. We're talking about maybe doing something like that this spring. We'll see what happens. We'd like to do that. That's just a scheduling deal with everyone, but I know Keith and Tara's schedule just got lots easier. Mine's not too bad. Danielle works a good bit during the week, so that's hard. Adam works a really weird, or works shift work. I work shift work, so it's hard to line up all of our schedules, but probably gonna try to make something like that happen. Pamela. Danielle got a beautiful buck there. God bless your family. Appreciate that. That Margaret. Crunchy Cracker, what's going on? Coming up to West Monroe tomorrow. Granddad's funeral. Sorry about your granddad, Crunchy Cracker. I know you were coming this week or next week anyways, but sorry about that. I know you didn't want to have to come for that. Yeah, Crunchy, prayers for the family and friends. Prayers for the family. Good luck hunting. Yeah, might holler at Brandon and check on y'all or something. I heard somebody drive up. So this is how I set the eyes. They have like the pupil or retina, whatever you call it, the centerpiece like is kind of aligned. So you kind of want to make sure that that gets put in there right, straight. I don't push the eyes in too far. I kind of wait on that because I can always push them in farther once the hide's on there, but you can't pull them back out once they get pushed in. So Crunchy says he appreciates it. Yeah, y'all be careful. Safe travels. Yeah, I knew y'all normally come up like come down, I guess I should say. Like everything's up to me. Normally come down like Thanksgiving, usually. So I guess y'all are having to come early this year. So all I'm doing here, I take the clay and fill all the voids around the skull cap, around the base of the horn, and I'll come back and put some more clay around the eyes and kind of build up the base of the eyes around the eye. Working on all that right now. Smooth all this clay in, just using water. 45 people on. Thank y'all. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button. Hit those thumbs up. We need those. They help us out. Yeah, I was actually just down in South Louisiana a couple weeks ago. Got to visit, spent a little time with Keith. He went fishing and crabbing with us one of the days we were down there. Y'all can see him in our yesterday's video a little bit and hear him commentating on there. He was cameraman for me for a little while there in yesterday's video, but he was in and out, had a few things going on and some stuff to do, so he was in and out of our video a little bit. Didn't get to go shrimping with us. We did some shrimping too, so we'll have that video. Dave's is amazing, something. Great taxidermy work. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I did taxidermy work. I started in 2003 and did it a good bit on the side for a lot of years. And now with YouTube, I just don't have time to. So I'm pretty much kind of semi-retired or retired taxidermist. I just retired it, so it was taking too much time away from the family, and we have a really hard time getting all the videos and stuff filmed and trying to do taxidermy work and all that. Y'all can only imagine. So didn't want to take away from YouTube, trying to build the YouTube channel. So that's kind of our priority right now. Yeah, we should, unless something happens and we lose it, Crunchy, we should be on here still for a little while. This is going to take an hour and a half to get this deer mounted. Audio fading in and out. Ken, that might just be me in this shop. Maybe the air conditioner running too. I probably can cut that air conditioner down a little bit. Sorry about that, Ken. Let me cut this air conditioner off. I really don't need it. It's not hot today. I'm gonna open this door real quick. Door, and maybe that, I don't know, signals shouldn't be doing anything. Unless it's on your end, Ken. What about that? Is that better? I know the sound's got to be better with the air conditioning off. I didn't really think about that when I started the live, but hopefully that's better. So I just roll that clay up like this and run it around the base. Hooper's Hunting says everything's good. I don't know, Ken. Everybody else says everything's good, sounds good, and they're not having trouble. Maybe, I'm not sure if your signal's cutting in and out a little bit. I hate it if it is. Blessed Prepper. I'm not sure why the volume would be pausing. I was reading that message and it went away. It says message retracted. Blessed Prepper. Not sure. Raised Outdoors. I didn't get this one, Glenn. Danielle did. This was 2 years ago. Her book. I hope I'm saying that. I hope that wasn't. Thought Danielle be watching and chiming in. I'm pretty sure this was. Let me see. Yeah, this was Danielle's 2023 muzzleloader book. Glenn. If y'all just now joining us and y'all didn't see last night's live, we talked a little bit about what were you asking, Pamela, on the one with our cousin? Yeah, the one with the crabbing video from yesterday, catching crabs. Yeah, that Keith was in that one. Briefly. He wasn't in it a lot, but he was in it some. Danielle's in the tail end of it, the cooking portion. She didn't get to go on that one. She had to work, and she didn't want to take off until it was time to hunt. So she was off last week and hunted with me. She's gotten 2 pretty nice bucks this year. I can show y'all. Y'all want to see mine and hers buck? Y'all let me know. From this year, I've got them out here in the shop. What y'all think? Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see Danielle's buck from last week and mine? There's been some pictures. We posted mine on Facebook. I hadn't posted Danielle's yet. Let me wash my hands real quick. Show us. Everybody wants to see them. Let's see those South Arkansas bucks. We got a good one. Glenn, if you had. Where are they at? All right. This one's Danielle's last year's buck. She got this one last year. Not bad. She got this one during archery season this year. Not a bad buck. She got that one with her bow. That one's in a video. If y'all hadn't seen that video, y'all go watch it. It's a pretty cool video. Got the shot on film and everything. I would say we're getting better at this filming deer hunts thing, but Danielle let us down on this one, y'all. She didn't even attempt to film, and she got this one last week. He did not have the bread sack on his antler, by the way. He's kind of cool. He's got short points. He's a 4x2. He's only got 2 on this right side. He's got 4 on this left side. Pretty cool buck. He was a big older buck. We had to chase him down. Yep. But we got him. And then here's mine from this year. Y'all check that out. I'll hold it up to the camera and make it look bigger. Now I'll back away and it still looks big. Y'all check that out. What y'all think about that? It's all right there. Da-dum, da-dum. And this one's gonna be in a film. Hopefully this coming Sunday. Hopefully we got this one and everything filmed and the film put out this coming Sunday. This is a really good buck. He's 140 inches. Really good buck for South Arkansas. What y'all think? If y'all got some bigger ones, y'all got some property up north with some bigger ones on it, and y'all don't want to hunt them, just let me know. I'll come take care of that for y'all. So yeah, we killing some, I mean, these are some nice bucks. They're not bad. Not monsters. Not like the northern bucks, but for South Arkansas, these some pretty nice deer that we get off of this, out of our area up there. Let them go, let them grow. That's my motto. We have some up. Oh yeah, Central Arkansas, y'all got some big ones. Randall says that's some good ones. Hooper's Hunting says, come up to Canada, buddy. I will. Don't tempt me with a good time. I have heard there's trouble getting them back across the line sometimes. Yeah, no, I mean this is our typical like mature bucks for our area. These are about the size of them. I hear you, Glenn. Got the name etched on him already? I heard that. Got 51 people on. Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all know the drill. Help the channel out a little bit. I just take that clay, roll it up, and run it around those eyes, kind of smooth everything in, get all that set. I mean, it takes I hope you're right, Glenn. It takes a pretty big 8-point to hit 130 inches. So he's got to be a good one. Mass helps. If he's got some good mass, that helps a lot. So if he's a buck that's got a lot of extra mass or something, very well could be. It's getting late. Ain't heard Danielle fire off with her pew-pew. Randall letting everybody know, hit the like button, people. Appreciate that, Randall. Oh yeah, we up to 42 likes. Oakley, what are you doing out? Dylan must be home. Hey, get out the shop. Killed a 124.9, and he's definitely bigger than it. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some around. I mean, I've mounted some 142-inch 8-points. Mounted one that come from here local last year, or was taken year before last, and it was taken local here, 142 inches. Nice buck. What you got going on? You good? I thought I heard a truck, and I was like, what was that? Appreciate it. Got 55 people on. Thank y'all for joining, stopping by, watching a little taxidermy work, visiting. Yeah, so we should have, if everything goes good, I never do have like guarantees on these videos, y'all. Sometimes you start editing and things don't go like you want it to, or you don't complete the filming. I'm not 100% complete on the filming for the video for my buck, but because there's going to be some e-bike footage in there also, but that video should be coming out Sunday. What's going on, them dogs? How much meat do you average from the deers? In this area in North Louisiana, South Arkansas, you're going to average about around between 40 and 45 pounds of deer meat, depending on shot placement, how, if you don't mess too much meat up. And a good buck, you should get 45 pounds of meat off of. At least that's what I've weighed in the past. Water, smooth all this in. We'll touch it up after the hide goes on and we pin everything down. Once I get all of this kind of smoothed in, the clay smoothed in, get it fairly close, we'll go on with hide paste. We'll mix a 2-part epoxy hide paste. I'll show y'all how to do that. And then it'll be on to pinning in the eyes and pinning everything in place, finishing up the mount. Jeffrey, no, this is not my full-time job, Jeffrey. I'm an electrician by trade, and then we do the YouTube on the side. Taxidermy used to be my side gig, and that's what I was telling some of them a little bit ago. It just got too much to try to do YouTube and taxidermy, so I backed off the taxidermy a lot. I had already slowed down a few years ago. Did it pretty heavy on the side. There was some years that we supplemented part of our income doing taxidermy work. I mean, I had a taxidermy side business, I guess you could say. I worked shift work, so it made it possible. But I did taxidermy work since 2003, kind of self-taught. I took a correspondence course, but kind of self-taught, developed my own methods and stuff, and got fairly decent, built a pretty big business out of it. I was doing 75 to 100 shoulder mounts, plus bobcats, squirrels, and ducks and stuff, and then had my federal license, and probably 100 to 150 skull mounts some years. So I had pretty good little side hustle going doing taxidermy work. It's good money in it now. It's a good trade to have. If I ever had to fall back on it, I wouldn't have any problem getting back into it. It's a lot of expense involved. It's pretty easy nowadays to tie up $200 in the materials on this deer mount right here. But so that's pretty easy to do, especially if you're ordering the stuff and having it shipped to you. You can tie up $200 to $225. If you're using quality like epoxies and stuff for hide paste and stuff like I do, that stuff gets pretty expensive. So when you go to the taxidermist and he says, your bill's $600, don't beat him up too bad, because I'm a little bit slower like this talking to y'all and all, But if it wasn't for that, I would have about 8 hours start to finish mounting a deer head. Now that's paint and epoxy and everything. That's even the finish work. About 7 to 8 hours, 7.5 to 8 hours. I'm not the fastest in the world. I never did rush my job. Tried to make sure they look good. So I took probably a little extra time in fleshing and mounting, making sure I didn't cut holes in the capes. Sometimes you get a bunch of bullet holes and stuff. You have to sew up all that stuff. So making sure all that got done right and making sure it got preserved good. Just part of doing quality work. Just like any people do for a trade. So that's a little background, a little history on my taxidermy background, I guess you could say. Now I'm just mounting ours and really close friends that help me out some and stuff like that. I really don't have time to do any of them, to be honest about it. Let me catch up. Them dog says, yeah, that's what I usually get, around 40 to 45 pounds a pack. Oh, yeah, back from the processor. Yeah, 40 to 45 pounds on a big mature buck. Probably 35 to 40 on a doe. Richard Robinson says, hello from Alabama. Where you at in Alabama, Richard? I got folks in Alabama. I don't know, you probably told me that before if you've been on here before. Coming right back, gotta wash my hands real quick, y'all. Actually, I gotta put more more clay in the ears. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Jasper? I don't even know where Jasper's at. Is that North Alabama? Central? I'm not sure where Jasper's at. I lived in Mobile for quite some time. I got family in Mobile. My mom's from there. My dad was from here, North Louisiana. I just moved back to ago, and then got tied down here in North Louisiana, near Birmingham. Okay. Yeah, I never was. I mean, I went up there a few times. But I never was like up around Birmingham a lot. What you doing, Oakley? Oakley's in the shop. She's visiting, being nosy. I know a lot of people probably just now getting off work and stuff, so in and out eating supper. So we'll have the people watching will kind of fluctuate some. Yeah. So I'll try to zoom in. Maybe I can back this. Got me a box over here. Got some stuff sitting on to work with. Alright. So getting ready to go on, mix our actually I'm gonna pull this box over here, I'll show y'all. Mixing up the epoxy, trying to kind of carry y'all through it. I normally do more off the table over there behind this, but because of signal, when I go live, I spin the phone camera and all around this way. Tank Tackles in the house, appreciate y'all. Deer in North Carolina don't get really that big. I've seen some. Where's Danielle making pies? I wish she was. Stephen. Mountainburg, Arkansas. Yeah, I wish she would make me some pies. I had to lay out food for supper tonight. I'm gonna have some rib to me. it's a little different trying to come over here where y'all can actually see and do this. What you doing, girl? Appreciate y'all stopping in and checking on us tonight. A little deer head taxidermy work going on. All these supplies change up over the years. They change up our supplies, and me not mounting deer heads all the time. I have to try new products and stuff. So I'm not sure how some of these, but this is a 2-part epoxy from McKinsey. It's just their extreme hide paste. It's just a 2-part epoxy. I'm gonna turn this down where y'all can see what I'm doing here. This is how I probably cannot. Yep, maybe I can zoom in. All right. So I hope it's still actually good, because I ordered it about 2 months ago and hadn't mounted the deer heads yet, but it should be. Should be fine. I use two taxidermy supply places that I get most of my stuff from. You know, any of our stuff, if you ever need some taxidermy supplies or stuff to do your skull mounts or whatever you want to do with, plaques for mounts, anything like that, boards and stuff, you can check out Second to Nature, which used to be Dan Chase Taxidermy. Now it's Second to Nature. They got bought out. And then also McKinsey and Wasco, which those two McKinsey, I don't know, there's Van Dyke's. Let me get this right. I don't want to tell y'all wrong. McKinsey I think they kind of bought out some people or something, but used to have Van Dyke's and Wasco, but McKinsey kind of bought some of them out or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but y'all know things change over time. They still operate out of the same states and stuff, out of several different states, but they had some mergers and stuff happen. So, yeah, we got one of our part A right there. And then one of them's basically a hardener, is what it is. Just experience, just years of doing this, kind of knowing like how much to mix. Sometimes you don't get enough, have to mix a little more, or use too much and don't use it all, or something like that. It's kind of expensive, so you don't want to mess up too bad. But I like to put a good bit of hide paste on them and get that hide set good to that mannequin, as good as possible anyways. Alright, I just take them 2 tongue depressors and I double these paper plates up. Normally I'll leave my glued ones. I don't know what happened to them. They must have got thrown away. I leave them, and when I get done I stick another one in them so they harden, and it makes almost like a hard plate, so you got a better stirring surface. But I'll mix this all Mix all this hide paste up good. I got another big one I'm going to be working on this week. I'm fixing to show y'all it in just a minute. It's a tank. That deer is like what deer dreams are made out of. It's another Louisiana deer. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. It's not a high fence deer either, but it's a Louisiana deer. Buddy of mine killed. He finally taught. He had to talk pretty hard, but he taught me into mounting it for him. And I should have got it done. I'm behind, but we're gonna get it done for him. Alright, that's mixed up good. All I did I put them 2 tongue depressors together and mixed it up. What kind of knives we're using to cut up the fish? Those are Chicago cutlery. The non-electric ones were Chicago cutlery. I've been using those for quite a few years. They work good. Pretty nice knives. Alright, gonna go back up on the deer head. I'll show y'all this big one real quick. About that, I can't even get into the camera. This is actually a Louisiana deer, y'all. And no, it wasn't a high fence, so. Yep. Check it out, huh? Good laces. Y'all want to see me mount this one live? Y'all let me know. Just an absolute monster. I mean, look, I'm reaching around the base right there, and I can reach around it, but I don't have like a lot of room left. Yeah. Yep. Louisiana buck, y'all. That's crazy. Looks like something out of Kansas or Illinois or somewhere. Missouri. That's insane right there, y'all. I don't know what it scored. They said 140 something, but I think somebody messed up. I believe my buck was 140. So there's no way that buck's 140 something. Like, it's got to be in the 150s at least. It don't have real tall tines, but I just don't believe that buck's in the 140s. I think it's closer to 155, 160. But I haven't measured it, so I'm not 100% sure on that. He's an absolute pretty buck, though, either way. Like, honestly, if I harvested one like that, I wouldn't even care what he scored. Who cares? But yeah, I may measure it before it gets out of here. He didn't really care if I did or not. He didn't care what it scored either. They got some big deer where they hunt. It's a somewhat managed private area, private land. Kind of sort of a hunting club, but I'm not gonna say where it was killed or anything like that. They kind of got a private deal, so. I have to catch up. Y'all keep the comments coming, keep the likes, all that coming. Oh yeah, it's a buck of a lifetime, no doubt. Anywhere. That'd be a buck of a lifetime in Kansas for me. I can promise you, because I'd shoot one way smaller than that in Kansas or Missouri. I shot at one last year in Missouri and missed him with my bow. The knot come out of my arrow. We're not real sure what happened. Just one of them freak deals. 30 yards. I had him at 15 and he kind of wouldn't turn. He was straight to me and I wouldn't shoot like that. I should have taken the shot, I guess, then, but I didn't, and it probably cost me that buck. I probably would have got him if I'd have went ahead and took what I had at 15 yards. It's like a chip shot, right in like a frontal shot, but that's why I didn't shoot it. It was frontal. Gary Wade, he's coming in there hard with emojis. Appreciate it, Gary. Maybe YouTube will reward us for emojis. I know they do reward for the comments and stuff, so it doesn't matter if it's emojis. I don't care what you put on there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Rest of our followers appreciate it. We got some pretty loyal, hardcore. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you. Glad y'all stopped by tonight. All right, so normally what I do, like I just get rid of one of these gloves. Oh, I see a flashlight coming. That's Miss Danielle coming up here. She might step in and visit. I don't know. She should be. We might hurt deer. Where you at, girl? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It don't take much. It just depends on, yeah, it don't take much. Measurements, all the measurements help, I'm gonna probably just have to get another glove since I really didn't put I need to put a little bit of hide paste in a little more in the nose area and in the mouth. $53 likes. We got more likes than we got people watching right now. That's a good thing. Except for some people left us. All right, so we'll set this over here out the way for a minute. Let's go in there with it. Appreciate it, Gary. No, you ain't spamming. You commenting. I kind of sort of didn't have something ready that I should have had ready, but we're going to get there. Got to put my cape thread on. I'll show y'all this. I'm going to run this camera down just a little bit. Show y'all what I'm doing. It's at Walmart. Got cape thread right here. Comes in a roll. Looks like a whack. So I use 2 pieces of cape thread. Is the way I do is a little bit different than I know some people probably use 1 piece. I use 2 pieces. I tie it on. I start with a slip knot around my string and then just cinch it down. Because that wax string to the other side, tie another piece on. Sorry, Gary, I feel like I ain't got nothing to say sometimes. It's all good. Oh, believe me, we know the typing errors. We make them sometimes in the just in the video descriptions and sometimes forget to put stuff. Have to go back and do it. Like, man, we all human. Believe me. And we sure are. That's why we always said just keeping it real, because man, that's all we know. Like we ain't no actors or nothing out here, that's for sure. That's all it's ever gonna be here, just the real deal. Alright, we can go back up here and listen, we got enough slack, we'll pull up. Got plenty of slack. We'll go over, try to keep this hide paste. That's why I put the hide paste, and I'll keep this hair curled out like that. I keep the hide paste up here. We'll get the head set, and then we'll go back and put hide paste on the back side. But we'll come up and over the nose, and then try to get it up to where we're not getting hide paste on the hair. Because that epoxy is on there, if it gets on that hair, it just won't hardly come off. So, got a little bit on it back here, but it's not bad. Let's see if I can give y'all a more close up to what's going on. It's kind of gonna be hard for y'all to see me sewing this up. Maybe I can turn it sideways and y'all kind of. What I've got leather punch, and I take that leather punch, and I've got Alright, I'm finding my hook. There it is. I've got a leather punch and to pre-punch all the sewing holes in this. What I like to do is take each piece of twine and go around my antlers, the base of them, and pull it good and tight, secure it in there, and then I bring them, sew my Y section up in the back, and then once I get that done, I'll use both strings, both pieces. Alright, maybe I can tell you what I can do. I can lean this down where y'all can see it better. Maybe. Oh no, nope, that's not gonna work. Trying to figure out how to get y'all a better angle. I don't know if we can. See if I can move this. I can just spin this around, can't I? Yep. All right. There's Danielle over there. There, y'all. She jumped out of the picture. Y'all give me just a second. I'm working on something here. Try to get y'all angle of me sewing it up if I can. How about that? Maybe that'll help. Let me know what that looks like, Danielle. Or you reading the you gonna read the comments for me for a minute? No, I mean just let me know if the picture's okay. So I'm gonna kind of be in the way a minute. Is that all right?
Yep.
Now y'all let Danielle know. I think since I'm mounting her deer head, I should get. They're already asking, where were you at? Were you making pies? And I said, heck no, she's hunting. But y'all let her know I need those pies.
Yeah, I quickly got out there. It's kind of lagging at times.
Lagging? That's what somebody else was saying, that, and that may be the signal out here. It's not the best of signal. And me moving it to the center of the shop, but I'm hoping the door open, it doesn't, we don't lose it live or something.
Yeah, I got mine off of it. I got it on AT&T. So I'm not even on our stuff.
And it's just a baseball stitch, what they call a baseball stitch, y'all. Like I said, the needles aren't sharp. I've already got like, those holes are already in the hide. So, got this one. Picture still good or decent? Somewhat decent.
Yeah. I said, make that man a pie.
I think I need a pie. We could do lives making pies. That'd be great.
I can make a crawfish pie.
No, like
a dessert pie?
Pecan pie or, yeah, probably pecan. That's probably one of my favorites. It or strawberry. Strawberry pie is good. She makes a good strawberry pie.
I love strawberry pie.
So this is where you go to seeing the mount kind of coming together. This is when it gets a little bit rewarding. Like you go to seeing it looking better and shaping, kind of taking some shape. Almost like a labor of love. You gotta love it because this is actually a good bit of work. Taxidermy is. That's another reason I kind of almost got burned out on it because it's time consuming, and unless you're doing it for a living, I was working 50, 60 hours a week. My day job, and then having to mount deer heads when I was home, that just got old after a while. I was putting in 80, 90 hours a week doing it like that. And the YouTube fits us better because, yeah, it's work and we're working at it, but it's what we already like to do. So it's just a better fit for us to try to build something out of the channel. Appreciate y'all watching the videos, watching the lives, the shorts, everything, because all of that, we can't build a YouTube channel without an audience, without supporters. So what we got? You got no questions?
Really?
Comments, concerns?
About Pennsylvania deer eats a lot of corn because of the Amish farms, right? And then Raised Outdoors said, I'm not sure about the Pennsylvania deer, but deer typically don't eat corn until the ears get ready and they pick up corn that falls from the cutting. So they don't eat corn, but they few months at best. They will eat bean leaves and pods all summer and after harvest. They eat a lot of browse and other crops too.
Yep, Glenn's pretty right on online on that. But I tell you what, they will
Thank you,
eat.
sir.
They'll eat
Told
corn
you
if
it was
you
a
pour it
dumb
on.
question. No question's dumb.
Huh?
I said no question is dumb.
Who said a question was dumb?
No, they responded back, said, okay, thank you, sir. Told you it was a dumb question.
No,
I
no
said,
dumb questions.
question is dumb.
No dumb questions.
Cause I ask a lot.
A lot of people watch our channel that don't hunt and aren't out there doing the deer thing and stuff like that. So there's no.
Go hunt and I ask questions.
That's part of what we enjoy about the YouTube channel is
Like why didn't
I don't really consider ourselves like teaching people how to do stuff, but it ends up that way sometimes because we do a lot of stuff people have either never done or.
Yes, he has a YouTube channel.
Who?
Raised Outdoors.
Yeah, that's Glenn. They were asking that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Glenn has a YouTube channel. He's in Arkansas, or He's. Think they're a little further north than we are. Where they.
Said I'm not here for followers laughing out loud. That's okay. We'll still send them.
No, Glenn's actually supported our channel for a long time, so appreciate Glenn. Appreciate what he does with with his channel in the outdoors. We followed him for quite a few years too, so I know he's watched us grow and the ups and downs and likewise we've watched him and he's back at it now. He was they slowed up for a little while with some health issues and stuff, but he's back at it now and hoping them all the best. We like to. I like this
rice bread. We love.
Oh yeah,
rice
deer love rice bran. We try to support the other outdoors YouTube channels. You know, I think it's pretty important for. We're not like against. It's not a race to the finish line. You know, this is our life, and I was raised like this. Danielle wasn't really raised.
We went fishing in ponds.
She was country girl, but like.
And cleaned our fish with.
They had chickens and stuff, but she didn't.
Attacked by a rooster.
She didn't.
Nowadays, you could tell they've never been.
Fish and hunt to the extent that I do, so she got introduced to that when we met.
Yeah.
But she took to it pretty well.
Yeah. You know,
except for those late night deers we got to chase.
Whatever. Oh, there's a wasp. It's big.
I showed them our deer before you come from. I don't know if you was watching or not, but I showed them our deer from last week.
Here your hat. Not yet. Not yet.
I better check. I might need, and this is a good time if you do need like more clay. It's a good time to shove some more clay up in there, and I might add a little bit.
Yeah, we had roosters and chickens whenever I was growing up, and them roosters, not very kind.
So it's the best time. Are you gonna just keep coughing up lungs or what?
Yeah. Started coughing back there. But it's okay.
Let me get to the.
We aren't YouTubers. We try to film some stuff we do and really should take time to show more of the lifestyle. Bradley does a better job of slowing down and explaining.
Who said?
Glenn, please slow down.
That's not true, Glenn. You've had your channel going for way long enough. Considered a YouTuber. Way long enough.
You got a YouTube channel?
All channels aren't the same style channel. We tried early on to make there's channels.
Sit.
Glenn's channel's kind of like an outdoors blog. You know, They do make some shows, but they're documenting what they do, and we do some of that, but we also early on tried to, I don't know, we tried to make an outdoor show out of it, and I don't know, it's just like our style. But I mean, there's YouTube channels that don't do nothing but make shorts. You know, there's different style. Everybody's got a different style thing that they do.
What I do.
So, yeah. And there's successful YouTube channels in all those realms. But y'all can see now I'm sewing her up.
Him. That's a him.
Sewing him up all the way. I've got what clay I need in there to set the ears. Get everything right. Just continuing all the way down the stitch line with
It's getting the camera. That tail of yours gets in the way. Sit. Sit.
My baseball stitch there. Once we get it sewed up, then we'll add our other hide paste. We'll finish the head portion, set the eyes, nose, mouth, ears, all of that. And then we'll finish the body part up. The body part goes pretty quick. It's not bad at all.
70 people in here.
70 people?
What's up, people?
Everybody finally got off work.
Wait, it dropped very quickly whenever I said that.
It drops, and then some will come on. Pick back up. Y'all hit that like button. Helps the video get out there to more people in the YouTube world.
Yeah.
We start seeing some pretty good bunches on the lives. Who knows? Maybe we'll start adding more lives. Everything slows down for us during hunting season. Some of it's our focus comes away from YouTube a little bit, and some of it is we don't have the fishing content while we're out there hunting. And I know, you know, our base is a fishing audience. But we appreciate y'all being patient with us during hunting season, staying tuned and all that good stuff. And then, you know, we'll try to do our best to get back on the fishing content and keep it rolling, but the lives could be part of us
kind of change your angle,
rebooting and kicking back off a little bit.
Well,
I'm about done with this.
Okay.
I just wanted to get like an idea of what goes on right here. What do I do with that all?
What? That?
Yeah, this thingamajigger.
Well, I had a pet chicken, but my Mexican neighbors ate her.
Pet chicken, but your neighbors ate her? That's funny. Alright, y'all made Danielle laugh.
Yeah, here I've had chickens, geese.
Raccoons got all of ours except for one, and then Peanut got the other one.
Yeah.
Peanut got the last one.
Now the geese we sold.
The geese we got rid of.
Yeah.
They were just starting to get on everybody's nerves.
They couldn't have people come over.
They would go up the road and leave, and
the ducks did that. The geese, I never had to worry about mowing our yard.
Yeah, geese will keep your yard clean. Alright.
Yeah, that was fun times. But I hadn't had a rooster here since I was a kid.
Huh?
Roosters are mean.
Alright. Y'all give me a second. We're going back to our original spot down there. $70 people. Appreciate y'all. She's on the phone now.
Yeah, I'll call you right back.
Ooh, I'm way behind on the comments.
No, we can keep
Good thing Danielle's. Good thing Danielle's
I done lost it.
unlocked what? Good thing she's reading the comments.
Yeah, so we were talking about the chickens. Hopefully
Starting to shape up, y'all.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, Oakley, she kind of would run the chickens and stuff too sometimes.
We didn't let our chickens free range. They got out.
Oh, let's
They were
see.
public. One thing I haven't ever ventured into taxidermy, a whole art in itself, enjoying watching. It looks good. It looks awesome. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm struggling for a room to set stuff. Oh, do me a favor. Go get me that hammer off the table. I'm fixing to need that.
My first video was you trying to squirrel tail jig, tying the squirrel tail.
Tying the squirrel tail jig.
I
Who
was
is that?
learning to tie. I love when you visit that Louisiana life, originally from Cameron, now Lake Charles. Billy, remember last night we talked about
Who was that?
fish skeleton. See, I remember y'all.
I like to get a little bit lower when I'm doing this part, y'all. So I'm gonna try to zoom in. We got 80 people on here, y'all. I'm gonna try to zoom in. Thank you, Billy. So y'all can see what's going on here. So there is epoxy hide paste for the people who just joined us. Tell you what, if we get 100 people on here, we'll show the deer again. The big one from Louisiana that I've got to do in a couple days, and we'll show mine and Danielle's deer again, Arkansas last week that we harvested. Excuse me, whatever you want to call it. So I'm tucking the lips right now. There is a 2-part epoxy hide paste. If y'all missed like how we did all this and are interested in it, y'all can always go back and check it out. I know people are just now getting off work and stuff. Get done eating supper. Also got Monday night football. We're competing with football season, and believe it or not, we lose viewers because of football and stuff like that. You know, during this time of the year, it's a little tough on YouTube. Hunting season, people are hunting. People are out in the woods, and that's our people that are watching a lot of our stuff. You know, a lot of our retired viewers, they'll be supporting us, you know, if they're not out and about. You know, most retired people, they're ready to get in the house by 7 or 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night, and they're more tuned in to what we got going on, and I appreciate all them for sure. Y'all gonna see me do something. I'm gonna be spinning back and forth right here till I get all this tucked in here real quick. I don't have a lot of good light over here in this corner either. Got a light right above me that's actually out. I need to order some new LED lamps for it. I went to, instead of fluorescents, I went to these LED replacements for fluorescent, like the 8-foot LED bypass lamps. They're pretty nice. Started using them in the industry in our jobs, and I went to them a couple years ago, so I got them in the shop now. I need to order some more over here if I had that. A little bit better. And it's dark outside, so I don't have a lot of light coming through the window and all right there. Get the other deer going the next day or two. If I mount it, another one, I may try to get some better light going or something. See what I can do on that for y'all. Still looks like it's doing fair. So we're just tucking in the hide and everything right here, getting everything going. It's gonna look good, good looking buck, and we'll clean all this up. This white that you're seeing like all up in here, a lot of that's the preservative and stuff. So once we get everything set, we'll take a brush and brush a lot of that off, and it'll clean it up and look a little bit nicer. All right, we might, I don't know, we got 78, 80 people. Hello from Kentucky, Larry, appreciate you. Thank all of y'all. Danielle will come back out and hit the comments, or she'll be helping me on watching the comments here in a minute. But yeah, I don't know, we might not hit 100, but if we get to, let's get to 90, let's get to 85, 90, I'll show y'all the antlers again. See if we can get a few more people on. Call your neighbors, tell them to watch. Your kinfolk. Alright, so I've got these T-pins, we call them. Right, they're T-pins. Right here. See those? Use those to pin like the thing in place. So I'll push those in by hand to start off with. And then, I don't know, doing taxidermy work and stuff like this, you find like the weirdest tools that you'll use for jobs like this. Like they make modeling tools and all kind of stuff. And of course they want to sell them, but I have just figured out, like I like just some of my best tools are like screwdrivers and stuff. Like I use this little screwdriver here, right here, for like a pin, pushing these pins and stuff in place. It just works great. One of my favorite little tools that I can't live without doing taxidermy work. I really struggle on this side. I hope y'all can see better than I can. Done so many of them till I can almost feel my way around it. So I just take that little screwdriver there and push those pins in pretty deep. And that sets those lips inside that mouth on that mannequin, tucks them in. There's that epoxy in there, so it'll kind of sort of glue all that stuff in place in there. This is the setting the mount up. So if you get a deer head mounted or a taxidermy job done of some sort, this is how it's done right here. This is what happens. We'll get that part in. I'll go to smoothing. You'll see some air bubbles jump up in here, and I'll push those. We want to get rid of those. We want to tuck all this skin into that mannequin good. So we'll kind of work it down, work all those air bubbles out. You'll start seeing some of this muscle tone and stuff coming out in this mount too. And it'll really start taking shape here in a few minutes. I'm gonna zoom back out because I think y'all have a better picture. Me zooming back out maybe. What the nose look like right now. The nose isn't gonna look right until I finish it. It's just, when it dries, it's just gonna be smooth. It's not gonna be nothing fancy on the nose. When we finish them, I do an epoxy artificial nose pad. So I'll put like a 2-part epoxy on here, and I have this roller that rolls like the natural dimples into it, and then I'll paint it like I use like 3 different colors, paint the nose, and it blends in a grayish, blackish color. Not really solid black like a lot of taxidermists do. That's not a natural color of a deer. When a deer dies, the pigment leaves the coloration in the nose. A deer's nose is naturally a grayish color. So I like to bring it back to life. I like to bring the grayish color back. Is what I do. It'll be a darkish gray, but it's blended in. I use like I said, I use three different colors. So now I'm pinning the nose in place. Once we get everything set, I'll take the phone too. Um, I have to work kind of. I mess around right now because the epoxy will harden on us, and I've still got epoxy in this plate that I need to use for the back of the deer back here and all. But I will kind of take the phone once we finish, get it all set. I'll go over the deer and kind of show y'all what it looks like. I don't have one in here. All of our mounts are inside, so I don't have one in here that's finished. But we can go back live finishing this deer. Probably be about a month, before it's really ready to dry enough to finish, depending on our weather and stuff too. Depending on, let's see. Depends on the weather, humidity. Cold winter, I always took and put a heater in here and kept the shop warm. That way they would go ahead and dry. If not, it'd take them longer. They're normally ready in a couple weeks, but I never like to rush that part of it. I would always take my time, because if you finish it too early, I know I just dropped one of my pins. If you finish it too early and you put epoxy around the eyes, it'll start cracking and stuff years down the road. So if you've ever seen a mount and it doesn't look good years down the road, that just means they didn't do what they were supposed to do. That means I didn't do it. 'Cause I took a lot of pride when I was doing them, making sure that everything's really wished I had a little light right here where y'all could see a little bit better on this side. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn the light on. I think that light might have been the wrong angle too. I'm not sure it actually did very much. Maybe it's not too bad. Anyways. Alright, so I've got some pins here. It's time to pin the eyes in place. I'll get all that done. And all we use for that is these little brads right here. It's just a little brad. Pin each corner, front and back corners. And this part is pretty critical as far as making sure it all gets lined up and all correctly. And making sure you pin the skin in the right place, making sure you're exactly in the corner. All that stuff's pretty critical. Alright, so Alright, we're gonna push these pins in. Got another little tool here, and I'll go to tucking the eye skin in. It's hard once you get these cameras and stuff set up. It's hard to move them around, but I'm gonna try to get y'all a camera angle that y'all can see what I'm doing here. So bear with me just a second. Do a little moving around. Maybe that's a little bit better angle. So I'll let y'all, I'm gonna try to get y'all enough angle. I gotta have a little bit of working room where I can see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get y'all angle y'all can see. Watch me bring this eye right here to life. So there's the brad right there in that corner. I'll just shove it in there. You'll see the eye tighten up a little bit. This one right there, it's in, and then there's this skin that is on the inner side of the eyelids. You split the eyelids and flesh them out, so there's actually a skin inside the eyelid. And right now, I'm tucking that. Wipe some of this off so that looks a little bit cleaner. Now I'm tucking the lower side right now. Get all that tucked in there, and then as I shove this in there, hopefully it all comes together okay. So the next step is to tuck the tear duct. I'm gonna take 2 more brads and put in the tear duct. Actually, first, I've got these little, made these out of welding rods, just a piece of wire, or made it out of a piece of wire. I use these. That's one of the things that I wasn't taught, that I developed on my own, to tuck the tear duct in and hold the corner of that end during the drying period. So that's tucked in there. Now I'll take that back out. Now the brads don't come back out. And then I'm gonna pin the skin down in those, the tear duct right there. The brads I will not take back out, they stay. But there's epoxy in there, that tear duct will never come back out. And then we'll finish it with epoxy. So I'm gonna smooth this out. And there's clay under this, right? Y'all seen me put that clay. So we'll shape this up and turn this into an eye. And hopefully there's enough light. Maybe I can spin this on around a little bit to where y'all got better light shining. Y'all can see this a little bit better. I want y'all to see this detail. I want to bring it detail out of this eye right here. Y'all see 8 ounce bath. Let me get the other one going too, y'all. I'll come back to that one just a second. I don't want to. They got like a routine here. I don't want to break my routine, but I'll come back and finish this eye up in a second. That was not. appreciate the ones of y'all that's patient enough to stay with us. This is some of them lives that it's kind of time consuming. So we're just gonna chit chat, whatever. A lot of people aren't interested in taxidermy work, probably. It's okay. So I'm gonna check in, see what we got going on. This is what we got going on. So tucking the tear duct on this side right now. All right. So to bring this eye to life, I'm gonna need one more brad. Okay, so the tear duct is set, the corners of the eye, everything is set on this side of the face. I do deserve a pie, Ken. Thank you. Quite a little, pretty good learning curve on this. So what I'll do is I'm gonna pin right at there's eyelashes here. Y'all can't see them, but right at the front of the eyelashes, I'm putting one more pin in place. So there's 3 pins that I use to set the eye, and that's it. And y'all can see how it kind of started shaping that eyelid. I'm gonna give y'all a close-up in just a minute, but we're fixing to bring this side of the deer to life just by we're giving him eyelids right now. And then I'm gonna kind of clean it up. I normally don't worry about cleaning the eye up, but I'll clean it up so y'all can actually see the like drying stage of that eye. Sorry. Yeah, I normally don't clean these up until after the fact. Like I said, I'll go ahead and wipe that clean so y'all can kind of see get an idea what the eye is going to look like when it's finished. Tuck that crease in that eye right there. All I'm doing now is just shaping the anatomy around that eye. Alright, let's see if I can show y'all now. That one's ready for the drying stage. So y'all check it out. Look at that. It's pretty close. That's pretty close, and right in there would be like a straight on look. Yeah, let's see, I might can actually move this to this side. Y'all see all my fishing. Turn him around, I think y'all have better light. Maybe the phone will stay on. How's that? Is that better? Definitely got better light over here. So yeah, he's gonna look a little rough right now. But once it's dry, we'll take and blow like all of that excess dry preserve powder and everything. We'll blow all that off the deer cake, get him cleaned up, and get the epoxy finish work done. may have to swap sides because I got to look at it from the front, so I may be in the way just a second, y'all. And I will come back and readjust this tomorrow and make sure everything still looks good on these eyes. But I'll tweak on this a little bit after I get done setting everything. But y'all get the idea. Like y'all can see kind of sort of how they come to life a little bit. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm pretty picky about this. I like to get around and make sure everything looks right. It's gonna have some glare on that glass eye and everything. All that's not gonna look just exactly perfect. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Back up some, and I'm gonna set the ear. Alright. So you want them kind of in place. And what I'm doing right there, I'm pushing that clay up in front of that ear. I'm not worried about the back side too much, but I want when I push down, like, I want that clay to fill this void up front up here. See how that base of that ear, yeah. And I'll pin that in place. I've got some big ginormous pieces of wire. Once I get this ear where I want it, and the clay and everything very well close to where I want it, I'll pin that. First thing I'm gonna do is straighten. You want the hair set right before it dries, or it's hard to get going the right way. So I always kind of try to brush that hair first before I ever set the ear. Then I take this piece of wire or a welding rod or something, kind of set that, and that's going to hold that up there. And I'll put a little bit of tone right there in front of that. Y'all see that come out in there? See this kind of crease in here? I'll put that in there. Do the same thing on the other side. Brush it first, get the hair straight. I like to brush it first before I put the welding rod in there. That way it stays straight. I'm going to work that clay, that ear base they call it. I'm working all that up to the front side of the ear right now. And then when I push it down, it's locked in place there. Form our ear base. Now he's really coming to life, y'all. Looking good so far. Now Now I'll take and push all this air out of here to where everything is glued down good. That hide paste is under there. Lost a few people, got a few people back. They're all flipping over to the football game. This has got to be better than a football game, y'all. Come on now. Thank you for the thumbs up. Y'all be sure to hit it. All right, so ready for the back side of the hide paste and finish this dude up. So I like to curl this hide up and out of the way. Let's see what our comments say. Tony says it brought him to life. Rusty says looking pretty good already. Hard for me to tell on the screen, but it looks to be an older buck. Rusty, I'm not looking at the teeth. All I can tell you for sure 3.5. Could have been a 4.5-year-old deer. He was pretty big body. You can't go off the antler growth in South Arkansas. These are they're not real thick horn antlers, and we tend to see that a good bit on our lease. Better than a football game. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Kansas look pretty good. Coming together nicely. So this is a really good South Arkansas deer. That's the one I killed this week for the ones of y'all that hadn't seen him. 140-inch deer right here. South Arkansas buck. On film. So y'all know that one will be coming to a YouTube channel near y'all real soon. Check him out. Good deer right there. But as y'all can tell, they don't have super big mass in our area. Some will. Miss old Big Larry killed that one, 172-incher a couple years ago. It had good mass. All right, let's get our epoxy on. Or the rest of our epoxy. Hide paste. Getting all that hide paste put on them. Got a lot of muscle tone in that mannequin, and I want to bring that muscle tone out, so I'm just putting the hide paste on right now, y'all. Bear with me a second. Try to get a shot of y'all. Y'all get to see me put some of it on back here. Let me get the other side. I don't have a whole lot left. Try to get it in all those creases really good. Danielle hunted this buck pretty hard, y'all. She hunted it like every chance she got. She bow hunted him, seen him a time or two during bow season. We went in to feed one night and rode right up on him on a four-wheeler, and I figured like game over, like he probably wasn't gonna come back in after that, and it didn't seem to bother him. He come in a few days later during muzzleloader season. She got him at 18 yards, I think, out of her ground blind. She hunts ground blind some. Alright, so got some creases in the shoulder here. A little muscle tone will bring out of that mannequin. Using the last little bit. There it is. Let me turn my air up real quick. Oh, that might be enough. Alright, we really finna bring it to life now, y'all. So I'm gonna pull it back over the top, under the bottom. We'll use our awl again. You don't want to pull on this hide, y'all, at all. I mean, I'll pull it like down low down here. I'm gonna zoom out a minute so y'all can kind of see me doing a little work here. Does anyone know Raised Outdoors? It's called Raised Outdoors on YouTube. That's Mr. Glenn. Don't even much get me try to pronounce his last name. They're good folks. Y'all go over there and give them a sub. Not before you hit the thumbs up button here, though. They do a lot of catfishing, do some deer hunting and stuff over there on Mr. Glenn's channel. Alright, so this is where I guess y'all can still hear me okay. This is where I just go to pushing all the bubbles out, basically. Like y'all check out that white patch. It's not really that white. It's kind of a tannish color. I just now noticed that. Most of them are more white than that. And this one is not. He's a tan colored buck. I wish the camera would show better than it does, but I'm bringing this muscle tone out, and I'm looking at the camera, and I'm just not seeing it in the camera as much as I would like to see it. So y'all aren't getting to see as much as I'd like for y'all to. Crunchy's back. What y'all think? Looking good, huh? I don't think y'all are going to be able to see quite the detail that you can see in person. There's a lot of detail in this mannequin. Looks good. Got some muscle tone in it. You've been fighting a little bit. That's what some of this like scarring is. Alright, we're supposed to go to pinning this dude in place. Well, I got him on the wrong side of my stand, y'all. It's going to spin him up, but what I can do is this right here. He's going upside down. This is just foam. It's actually used in the taxidermy world for bird necks, like duck necks and stuff. Is what it's used for. All I'm doing is pinning that skin where I want it to dry, and at the same time pushing all those bubbles out of that muscle tone in that mannequin. Y'all can see that crease right there now. Starting to shape up, y'all. Y'all give me a minute and I'll check back on these comments. Trying to get all this pinned in place before this epoxy dries. And then we'll go over and let y'all look at it real quick. Check everything out. This is like neck material. That'd be like for a teal. Just that we get from the taxidermy supply place. It's just foam is all it is. Some people use, you could use like 1/4 inch nylon rope or 1/2 inch or whatever, something like that. So what I like to do, there's air bubbles in here. What I like to do is take that awl and just pop a hole in that mannequin, in that skin, and that'll force all that air out, and then it'll just glue right down. That's it. That's just crown staples. Just using a crown mannequin has a plywood backing in it. All I'm doing now is just cutting the excess skin off. When I get done, we set him back up. I'll go all the way around this thing and show y'all just the finish, kind of once over of it. Like I said, before this thing dries, you want all that hair straight. We'll brush it down good. got a little bit of muscle tone, and that epoxy hide paste will just glue that hide right down. Like it'll just stick to it pretty good. Unless the skin is too small for the mannequin, and you gotta stretch the skin, then you would have to pin like some of that neck material in these creases, and it would help, or rope or something like that. But don't think we gotta do that on this one. I think we're good. Just means that we size the mannequin right and all that good stuff. Something a little different, but it's part of what we do. This is what I do. I'm not doing this for content. I'm doing this for Danielle. So maybe I can have her deer finished before Christmas. She'll have a nice mount for Christmas. She ain't getting nothing if I don't get some pies. Nothing. We about to wrap this up, y'all. Y'all gonna get to see what the finished, well, it won't be finished, but it'll be in the drying stage. Whitetail deer mount. Taxidermy job. Yep. Y'all can see y'all look right here, y'all can see the muscle tone in the mannequin. Check it out. Y'all can see the crease in the neck. See the muscle tone back here. Try to turn it a little bit for y'all to see it. It's hard to see. I mean, you see it in person, you can see it really well. All of this. See it as I turn it. You can see this crease here. See the muscle tone a little bit. See it as we're turning it a little bit. This one, for some reason, the light's not showing it real good, but you can see it a little bit right in there. It's gonna look a little funny, a little goofy, because the white powder nose, all of that right now. But ears look about right. All of that looks good. I will readjust these eyes tomorrow some. Once it's a little bit drier. What y'all think? Bye, Threads, late to the party. I know, Mr. Joe. All right, let me see. Let's see what we got. I like it. All right, let's see what we got. Pamela says, let's see. See where Crunchy come in. Pamela says, what's the biggest animal you've ever done? Elk. Mine is several elk. That's the biggest ones I've done. Kyle says hi. Appreciate it, Kyle. Kathy says awesome work. Thank you, Kathy. Maybe she will make you a pie. Thank you, Kathy. She's sitting over here listening to you right now, Kathy. She just walked out here, so. And she's reading the comments. Billy says, great content. Thank you, Billy. Don't know about y'all's country, but they are rutting pretty hard over here. Rusty, they were last week. Pretty good. That's when we got our bucks. They were. Mine was trailing a doe. He wasn't pushing her real hard, but he's pushing her pretty fairly hard. That'll be on video. Actually caught all that on film. Great muscle definition, it says Mr. Billy. Thank you, Billy. And Marvin Thibodeau says, yeah. So,
Doug says it looks great.
Looks good. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, thanks everybody. Y'all hit the thumbs up button. We got 86 likes. That's more likes than we had more people watching the fish cleaning last night and had less likes than we got tonight. So thank y'all for the likes. Y'all hit the like button before y'all leave. I'm gonna give y'all a once over, and we'll I'm gonna take the phone out of the holder a second, kind of give y'all a little all right, y'all check it out. Give y'all a better look at, because y'all can see like the light glares on those glass eyes. This would be the look from like, once it's up on the wall. I work this ears, this eye over here. All that'll get cleaned up. There'll be some epoxy work goes into that. But yeah, try to make them look as natural as possible. A little crease in the forehead, all of that, like normal. Y'all get to see the tone in the neck. Y'all check it out. Oh, y'all can see it good right here. Y'all can see all that. Look at that. I don't like to put extremely too much, but I'll also say this. I'm fixing to take this brush and brush all this hair into place, and then once the hair once it all dries, I blow it down with the with air, and it'll blow all that preservative, that dry preserving all out of it. And once we do that, all that hair will settle in real nice and neat. For that, that's the least I should get. Y'all tell her. She's reading the comments, so y'all let her have it. I mean, that's a lot of hard work goes into making her happy and mounting her deer heads. I don't know. She puts me through the ringer, y'all, so I should get a pie of the deal. Should get pies for like a month or something for this. All right. I like it. All right. One more thing that I do, y'all, and I'll do this, but I'm gonna do it in just a minute after the live. I actually will pin down all. I've got this stuff here, right here, and I'll pin this together, and it'll hold this hair down. I'll wet that, pin it down, and when I get done, y'all, when this mount is finished, none of that hair will even stand up right there. But y'all check out right this up. I know y'all seen the back of these mannequins and the hair standing all up and all that, but y'all can see when I get done with them, that dude is pretty well in shape, even on the backside. Ain't that clean? He had even fighting, or maybe that's a bullet hole right there, I'm not sure, but that ain't gonna show very much. Y'all check it out. That's the back of the mannequin. Y'all can see the plywood stapled all back there. See how it's all stapled around. We'll put a hanger here, and we got these rubber bumpers. It's a mounting kit, and it'll go on the wall like that without a board. We don't put them on a board. But y'all check it out. We'll go all the way around the deer. Got the tone in there, and the neck material down at the bottom. That'll bring that tone out in that brisket down there in that area. Not as much light on this side, but y'all can see the tone in the neck. Check it out. Pretty nice. I like it. Like it.
I love it.
She loves it.
Yep.
All right. Danielle's sitting over there.
Yep. I'm watching.
She's watching. All right. We're going to tell them by... This live's been 2.5 hours. Hard to believe we're on there that long. Hard to believe it. All right. Well, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe. Share to your buddies. We'll have the video should be coming out of the of some deer hunting. It's gonna be deer hunting this week. That's my granddaddy's old deer. I did not mount that, by the way. That's old taxidermy work. I just like to have it around. I probably would never change it. That was my granddaddy's, my sometime. It was actually killed like a few hundred yards from our house. So killed right here, local, North Louisiana. That was back when they didn't hardly have any deer. They had started running dogs. There was a few deer, and that was the first one they ever killed. So we've come a long ways with taxidermy, from this guy to this guy. Gotta check it out. Yeah. All right, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Country hunting and fishing, keeping it real. Danielle says
Really real.
really real, and we're out. Thank y'all for joining us. Hit the thumbs up, the like button, share, comment later. We'll come and answer them. Appreciate y'all. Later.